right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I feel that way. Like without the help of them, I'd probably be in the prison right now. Well, have the film in there, yeah.
Right. Now, I'd love for you to give us kind of some background information on how you actually did that, and if you did the film in one sitting or it had to be done over time. I really don't know the story behind it. So anything you could tell us about what that was like, bringing in a film crew to do that, and also, when did you actually do that film? How long ago?
So the process, yeah, actually, everybody always asks this question. We did do an interview in one take because it was already hard getting access to the prison for that one day, so we didn't want to ask for more days. So I sort of just had all my questions ready, and made sure we had enough time, and we sat there and just did we had the cameras rolling, and I just started asking away, and everything was just so natural that we didn't have to do another take. But yeah, that was the process of that. And I know coming into the prison, everybody was kind of shocked that's in the visiting room because we had the interview actually in the children's center. They have a children's center that's located in Sing Sing, visiting room for child sensitivity. And everybody just kept looking at my father, asking what's going on, thinking he's a superstar and whatnot. But
Now,
yeah.
how did he feel about the whole idea of filming the visit?
Oh, my father he was a bit nervous because he's never been on camera like that before. But like I said, everything came out so natural, and he just loved the fact that I, came up with all my questions by myself, like he says in the film, and that, it was me actually asking him these questions. So at the end of the film, he was very excited.
Did he see the finished product?
So my father has not been able to see the finished product yet, and that's because he's still behind prison walls. And we tried to send a request to send a CD in, but they denied that. So.
Well, he'll see it when he gets out, hopefully.
Yeah.
Now, a couple other questions about the whole idea of documentary film. That is one of my favorite genres. Why do you feel a film like this should be made, and what value do you think it has? Not just for yourself. We know that's pretty obvious, but why would it have value to someone else?
So basically, I think the film would have value. I created the film, for my own personal sake, but I think, the outcome that I've been getting from it has been positive. So I feel like the film is helping a lot of young people actually take that leap forward and ask, or try to find out things from their parents that they always wanted to. Because from my experience, still working with young people and facilitating young groups, they always, come with the response that, oh, wow, this is pushing me now. I want to ask my father or my mother these questions now that I always had. So I think it's, giving that outlet for kids to, feel open about actually talking to their loved one that's incarcerated, because it can always be hard, especially being a young person.
Right. And your mom, did she see the film, and what was her feeling about it?
So me and my mom, we actually have a funny relationship, but she did not see the film. And it's only because like I said, we have a funny relationship, and I feel like her seeing the film, her part, she'll probably feel like, I don't know, I feel like she would feel like something's wrong, or I did something wrong, made her look bad, because she's that kind of person. So yeah, she hasn't seen it yet, but I know she'll see it down the line.
All right, that's good. That's really good. Well, certainly for young people who struggle to see their parents, I think this is an open door to show them, what can happen when you had not known your dad, and this was your kind of opening visit to him, a door that will stay open for you, I'm sure, for the rest of your life, especially if your dad gets out. How often do you get to visit him When's the last time you saw him?
So I don't get to visit him often. The last time I seen him was actually probably a few months ago, was when I went
Oh,
up with his lawyer.
I
So
see.
yeah, like I said, everything has just been phone call communication.
Yeah, well, right now, of course, due to the COVID-19, as far as I know, I don't think there's a prison in the country that's open to volunteers or family members. I think everything is closed down tight. So it's going to be a while until you get to see him. How far away is Woodburn, where he is right now, from where you are?
Oh, for me, it's actually not that far. It's almost a 2 hour drive.
Oh, okay, not too bad. Right. The visits that, yeah, I also wanted to ask you when did you make this film? How recently did it get
Oh,
completed?
sorry. Yes. So we finally completed the film 2018, 2019, after all the tweaks.
Okay, all right. So recently. And then after the film was made, were you able to get in just some personal visits, just you and your dad, without anybody with you?
Oh, yes. I've seen my dad a few times after that.
Okay. And visiting, what is that like? Just having a regular visit with your dad?
So a regular visit consists of the same thing. I walk in, he always gives me a big hug for like a few seconds. And he sort of just gets into bad mode. He starts asking me all these questions about how I'm eating, if I'm okay, just how's my job, just, asking about my wellness and whatnot. And sometimes it would be even to the point where we're just enjoying each other's company, where it just get quiet and I'll just go buy him some food and we'll eat.
Mm-hmm.
And, a random conversation will start again. But it only
Right.
seems like the few hours that I am there just go by so fast.
Goes fast, yeah. That I'm sure of that. Now, I wanted to ask you a couple more questions. One is, what are your goals for the future for yourself?
So my goal is to continue my freelance work now that I'm doing, and actually expanding and continuing to help young people and facilitate groups and just bring awareness to this issue of incarceration. It's a really big issue that a lot of people don't talk about. So I just want to continue that mission and try to create. I guess I wouldn't say I'll try to create like a bigger platform.
Okay, and I think you mentioned when I spoke to you before our interview that you were thinking of making another film. Is that accurate?
Yes, that is accurate. I actually was in the works of starting to create a sequel film to the film with me and my father when his parole date was granted before it was snatched away. But I sort of lost all energy for that when it was snatched. But when he does come home, I plan on continuing to make a sequel film to that, just to let people know how life is after prison and whatnot.
Okay, and in terms of what you would like to do with your life, are you going to stay with the film or something else?
Oh yes, film and photography has been my passion since the age of 20, so it's
Oh,
something
okay.
I plan on sticking with.
Oh, that's great. Now, we're almost out of time. Is there a way that you know for kids dealing with this difficult issue to connect with members of Echoes of Incarceration if they have no one else to lean on?
So everybody could visit our site, echoesofincarceration.org, and all our contact is on there, our email, and we always
Okay.
get back to everybody. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Like if
terrific.
anybody ever wants to reach out and be a part of, because we also run a summer program that we do collaborative with AFSC, American Friends Service Committee, and we do we give out free camel workshop training, and we give out a free advocacy training.
Oh, wonderful. That's really great because I'm sure there are kids that don't know about either the Osborne Association or Echoes of Incarceration or POPs. And unfortunately, every city in the nation doesn't have clubs like this. So
Yeah,
that's great. So just the website is just echoesofincarceration.org.
that's it.
That's it.
Echoesincarceration.org.
All right. Well, wonderful. I so appreciate the time you've spent with us today. And how would people see your film? Is there a way to find it online?
So right now, my film is still private because I've been shopping
Oh,
it around at film festivals, which I've actually gotten to one film festival so far, but I'm still shopping it around, so that's why it's still private. But
okay.
I'm glad to give the link to people that hit me up separately or privately.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I
Yeah.
certainly enjoyed watching the film and I enjoyed speaking with you today. Thank you so much for spending time with us. And hopefully we'll enlighten people with the other guests that are coming up in the next few weeks. Thank you so much, Karan.
Thank you. Appreciate it.